I never thought the day would come that I would be sitting here doing a review video of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Don't get me wrong, I've dipped in and out here and there. I know some of the characters, but I could never really get into the show because I could not relate to rich white women with rich white women problems. The shit actually annoyed me, the things that they complained about. But Garcelle Beauvais, better known as Fancy, from the Jamie Foxx show, has joined the season, and baby, that was enough to pique my interest, and I tuned in. Want to talk about it? Here it goes. Nessa girl, did you watch the premiere of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last night? Let me tell you something for those of y'all out there who don't understand why I am going up right now and why this is such a big deal. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, who has historically had an all-white cast, has added an African-American, well, she's not African, a Haitian-American female, a black lady. I'm messing up nationalities and races and stuff, I'm so excited. They done added a black lady to the mix. Yes, God, honey. And let me tell you something before we get into this review. I was always slightly offended by the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because not only did they have an all-white cast, but with the exception of Faye Resnick, and I think she's mixed with something or another, Pitbull, Rottweiler, pick your choice. I never understood why you never saw any black people in the background at their parties or anything like that. And the implication was black people don't live in Beverly Hills, and we know that to be a lie. Then I thought about it and I said, you know what, maybe it's best that they didn't have a black cast member. You know, kind of how Real Housewives of Atlanta kind of is better without Kim, because the cultural differences just make it difficult sometimes when you've got 5 people of one persuasion and one of the other. So then I got to thinking, if they were to bring a black woman on board, what would the profile of that woman be? Obviously, she would have to be of affluence. She would have to be, you know, well off financially. And I'm going to tell you something. Garcelle Beauvais, I couldn't think of a better person that would fit in. I know this is going to sound ignorant, but she's black enough to be black. But white enough to fit right on in with them damn heifers. At any rate, welcome Garcelle Beauvais. We're going to see what you're going to give this season, Fancy, and let's talk about it. So the show opens up with the ladies getting ready to go to New York Fashion Week. Now, is it me, because I'm going to get right down to it, is it me, or are y'all baffled that Kyle don't know what the fuck she's doing? So they get to New York, and Kyle's sitting there talking to Dorit, and Dorit is asking her basic questions. Are they all doing the same hair? Are they all doing the same hair and makeup? And the fact that Kyle didn't know the answer made me raise an eyebrow. Then we go to Shahida's, the lady who makes the fabric, the real fashion designer. We go to her shop, and Kyle is in there, ain't never seen the damn pieces. They're 2 days out from the show, and she's talking about, I don't like this, I don't want this. It would seem to me that those decisions would have been made 2 weeks prior to the show. So now I'm sitting in my bed scratching my head like this, and I'm like, this bitch honestly don't know what the hell she doing. Quiet as it's kept, Kyle might as well have got some goddamn clothes off of AliExpress and private labeled them like Rashida and everybody else damn doing, because all she's doing, from my understanding, is lending her name to this fashion brand. She didn't know nothing. She didn't like this print, didn't know. I'm just like, what are you doing? And the gag is, and I'm not trying to come down on you for being rich and living the life that you live, but Kyle in that scene to me exemplified the perfect embodiment of privilege. You got a little money, all of a sudden you got a fashion line out of nowhere with your name on it that's on and popping, and you ain't even did nothing. And then you running around doing what rich white women do, drinking coffee, hollering about their stress, and it's like, bitch, stressed for what? Why are you stressed? You didn't do anything. Then you had the nerve to come in there barking orders and trying to rearrange shit and changing shit around. The shit was laughable, to be honest, and truly, Kyle, you need to get off TV with this fashion line, talking, you know, wanting people to take you serious until you get more active and involved in the goings-ons of what's going on. So y'all, Erika Jayne, just for me diddling and dabbling in this thing, I know she was accused some seasons ago of being very closed off and don't nobody know her business, but Erika took us on a trip down memory lane. I don't give a damn how you try to dress it up, dress it down. Erika was a stripper. Okay, she did something strange for a piece of change. Now she said it was a go-go bar or whatever. They had to keep their bathing suits on. But I'm just thinking that the same thing that happened in strip clubs probably happened in go-go bars. You know, let me touch on your titty for $1. Let me dig all in you for $1. Hey, what you doing after the club for $20? Erika, you know, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Bum, 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 bum. Then Lisa Rinna sitting her ass up in there being all judgmental. I want to tell you one thing that I like about Erika. I love the fact that Erika had a common man's upbringing. She now lives a rich person's privileged life now, but she did not forget where she came from, and she approaches the world and shows up in the world the same way a common person does. Erika flipped to her confessional and she said, maybe if I grew up with two wealthy parents, I wouldn't have did this, but these were the cards that I was dealt. Yes, God, honey, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Mama had to do what she had to do. She had to do something strange for a little piece of change. Lisa Rinna, you did something strange for them big-ass alien lips. You did something strange with your change. Let her do something strange to make rent, okay? It was glad, though, to see Erika's Rag the Riches story. And I love, she said, shit, baby, I was always a performer. I sang and danced then, and I sing and dance now. Back then, I was your private dancer, dancer for money, do what you want me to do. That's a little Tina Turner. And now she breaking it down on the dance charts. I love everything about it. Then, the moment we all been waiting for, fancy Garcelle Beauvais enters the scene. Now, I was curious to know how they was going to bring Garcelle in. I was curious to know, did she organically roll with Kyle and them? Did she used to be at Lisa Vanderpump house having dinner? Do they know her from shopping? And they brought her in through Denise Richards. Her and Denise have been friends for over 20 years. They shot a pilot that never made it to series, and they kept in contact ever since. Garcelle enters at the hotel or whatever, and she meets with Denise. And she ended up meeting with Erika Jayne, and I forgot another one of the white women. You know they all look alike. Same lips, same makeup, same hairdo, same shade of foundation. So I confused who the other woman was there. At any rate, I loved how Garcelle fit right on in. She came in, she wanted to do shots. And you know, a lot of times on these reality TV shows, when they introduce a new character, the woman comes in feeling like she's about to join a sorority. She has to go through this hazing ritual, and she has to, you know, cower down and be nice and be the wallflower until people invite her in. I like that Garcelle came in like, bitch, I've been here before. I own this. She just fit right on in. Her and Erika, I may be speaking a bit prematurely, but I think that Garcelle and Erika are going to get along very well. I got a feeling that Garcelle's going to end up bumping heads with the likes of Dorit and Kyle. But I just love the fact that she was all in the mix. I can see Garcelle getting along with Lisa Rinna, but I got a feeling that she's gonna have to get Lisa Rinna ass together real quick, because Lisa is known for crossing barriers, and what she do not know is Garcelle is black like this and not like this, and some of that shit that you pull with your rich white woman friends, you're not gonna be able to pull with a sister girl. And I got a feeling that Garcelle is gonna show Lisa what boundaries are really quickly. Mark my words, it's gonna happen. But welcome Garcelle Beauvais. Then, bitch, we also meet another bitch. And see, the addition of Garcelle Beauvais must have overshadowed the fact that they added another person named Sutton. Now listen, Lisa meets with her friend Sutton. She says Sutton is Southern. She met her in LA. And Sutton knows Dominica Dolce from Dolce & Gabbana. She know them personally, honey. And on her birthday, they sent her custom-made tiaras. Yes, God, rich white fish. Go in and let her, bitch. Not only do she know him, she know him. Let me tell you something. You know you got to know a bitch when she in your house and you ain't even home. Okay? Let me tell you something. I need some friends like Sutton. Y'all was right here kissing Lisa Vanderpump ass. Fuck Lisa Vanderpump. We want to be friends with Sutton. So they go to Dolce & Gabbana house. Domenico Dolce. Excuse me, y'all. I went to inner city black school. We didn't have French at my school. We had Spanish and night school, bitch. Pick your choice. And I didn't have to go to night school because I was smart. She went to Domenico Dolce house. Or whatever. She had to try on some clothes personally. Now, mama, they sell the clothes in Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom's and out Marlow Hampton Trunk. You could have went to them places and got the shit, but she had went directly, fuck factory outlet, honey. She went to the people's house to where the dream and the concept was born. And while she was in the background, in the dressing room trying on stuff, they told Lisa Rinna, sit still. Sit down, like a black woman say, we going in this store, don't you touch nothing, sit your ass still. Lisa Rinna is in there playing dress up with them people shit. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. If Lisa would have broke that crown or a jewel would have fell off of that crown, I would have hollered. I'm like, Lisa, girl, I was getting nervous and sweating under my arms. I was like, Lisa, put that damn crown down before that lady come out and see you. Anyway, Sutton comes out with her little pieces on or whatever, and up until that moment, I was liking Sutton, but that quickly changed, and I'm gonna tell you why. So they get down to the little girls having like lunch, brunch, light bites situation, a couple cocktails, and Teddi decides to reveal to Denise that Charlie ain't trying to pay her no child support, says she over there hiding her income, and that, you know, she's a liar. Well, here's the thing, Mr. Sheen. Regardless of what Denise is making, you should want to pay something into your children, regardless, and support them as if she wasn't even present. Charlie Sheen, you got all that $2.5 million money. I know if that little boy got all the money he got, bitch, you got all the money. Pay that damn lady. I know you ain't smoked up all your money and drank up all your money and tricked off all your money with prostitutes. Give that lady, you ain't paid that lady in over a year. And here's the thing. If you can't give it all to her, give her something. Put a half on it. Put a down deposit on it. And stop running this lady to and through the courts. And I'm going to tell you something. Charlie Sheen is an asshole, right? Because Denise Richards was married to him in California, which is a, what they call it, community property state or whatever the fuck they call it. I didn't go to school for legal. Half. It's a half state, bitch. You divorced me, you cheated on me, bitch, I walk away with half. She had the option to take him to court and take him for half of what he was worth, and she did not do that. It would seem to me that in the future, that would count for something. It's like, she could have took you for half when you had everything. Now that you got a little something and she just want her fair share for the kids, that you're being an asshole. I just don't, Charlie, I don't understand your rationale, and it feels like there's a little bit of mental illness in there. So at any rate, Denise was like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with this shit. I don't even want to go to court. And I feel Denise on that. As somebody who, being in the line of work that I'm in, you know, gets legal notices and has to go to the court more than I care to share with y'all, the shit is emotionally taxing. And especially when it involves somebody that you were intimately involved with, a family member, it's a lot. And the legal process does not move fast. Everything is 30 days. Okay, we went today. We'll have an answer in 30 days. You got 30 days to file a response. You got 30 days from that to get another court date. You got 30 days from that to get a response. You got 30 days to counter. You got 30 days to mediate. Everything is 30 days. So it's like one lawsuit can drag out and drag out and drag out, and you never find any peace or solace until it's done. And nobody wants to go through 8, 9, 6, 12, 15, 32 months worth of something lingering that is incomplete in the back of their mind, you want to check that shit off your to-do list and go to sleep. So I do feel Denise when she was like, child, I'm not even going to that court date. But much to Erika's point, this is serious. This is a serious matter. And Erika called her husband and was like, no, bitch, you need to go to court. And Erika was right. When you don't handle things like this, and what I always tell y'all, you're going to pay on the front end or the back end, but you're going to pay. And when you pay on the back end, it normally comes with penalties and interest. It's far greater the cost than had you just approached it and dealt with it in the front end. And Erika's husband, I love how he said she need to take me or someone. Now, Erika, you were being a bit pushy saying, she need to go upstairs right now and get a lawyer. It ain't that damn pressing, girl. Let me finish my tequila reposado, whatever the case may be. Not the Blanco, baby, the reposado. You know, it could wait. Let me enjoy Fashion Week and I'll deal with this shit when I get home. It's not like the IRS froze my bank account right now and I can't get a hold of my money. That shit can wait. So then they get to the dinner and Sutton joins the girls. When I tell you she reeks of judgment, like she's so judgmental and it's ugly. And I got a feeling that the fans are going to eat her ass up. Now, one thing that I do appreciate is her southern frankness, right? Like in her confessionals, she's honestly carrying herself like, ain't none of these bitches my friend. I really don't care about none of their feelings and I'm going to say what I think about all of it. If that ain't a southern woman, I do not know what is. Then you arm a southern woman with money in her mouth. Oh my God, Sutton is going to hurt a lot of damn feelings. At any rate, we get there and the first critique she had is going off on the ladies. And it was not so much her critique of them saying they had on disco-like clothes. It was that she referred to herself as being dressed proper. That bothered me because those girls were not improperly dressed for a dinner amongst friends. And proper versus non-proper, that's a statement of class. Like, I'm above them, I'm proper, they're improper. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. And then when they were over there talking and just having casual conversation as people do, Dorit was like, this is Fenty from Rihanna's line. I wouldn't care if God came down and designed this. Yes, the fuck you do, bitch. You were the one at Domenico Dolce's house talking about they make you tiaras. All of a sudden, now all of a sudden you ain't interested in labels. You don't care who made it. You care who made your shit. So much so that you was in the people's house when they wasn't home. And then after you get to drink, you walk on the table. Oh, you know, I would sit, but I'm looking for my place card. Bitch, you knew they didn't have, listen, you knew from the moment you were looking for your seat, there was no place card. And Erika caught the shade. Erika was like, girl, that's not that type of party, just sit down. Girl, we are not at a gala. We are not at a fundraiser. Bitch, we is in a private room at a damn restaurant having friends with place cards. I wish I would go to one of my friends' dinners or a small birthday party with less than damn 15 people and it be place cards at the damn time. I'm like, girl, get your ass out of here with that fake bougie shit. This is an informal dinner amongst friends. Sit your ass the fuck down, Sutton, somewhere before I sit you down. Sutton, you gonna have a hard season with me because I don't like you already. You gonna have to find a way to corral me in, and money and going to diminish your house or whoever the fuck house ain't gonna be enough of it. Kyle, you once again got made to look very stupid because you started talking about your fashion show and I feel like Sutton was about to offer some sort of expertise or just, you know, chime in and give you something worth something. And she asked you how many pieces were it and you had to defer to Shahida. If I was Shahida, I'd be thankful for the opportunity, but I would be upset that all the shine is going to Kyle. That's Shahida shit. You don't know nothing, Kyle. You don't know a damn thing, and it made you look stupid in front of Sutton and everybody else that you didn't know how many pieces was in your line. Am I the only one feeling this? So we flip to the scene with them in the Sprinter. And Kyle gets a phone call, I guess it's from her assistant, and the girl, the producer of the show, Tracy, said to him, please keep distance between her and Kyle. I don't blame her. That lady was pissed off, and I do not blame her. Kyle, your ass is not hands-on. You don't know anything. You fucking in the way. Then you got the nerve to come barking orders, and the people who are really doing the work are here. I don't blame that lady for saying keep some distance. And I'm going to tell you something. The fact that that lady was able to say keep some distance goes to show, but she's not employed by Kyle. She's employed by Shahida, and that's Shahida shit. Because nobody would ever make that statement about their boss if they were scared that they were going to get fired. So that goes to show the power dynamic alone suggests Kyle's only signing her name on this woman's stuff who's already had a business for over 20-something years. But I don't blame that woman, Tracy. Keep Kyle ass away from me. Then we get to the fashion show practice and the amateur shit. And don't get me wrong, because I'm the same way. I would want my family members to be a part of what it is I'm doing. But the lady trying to give instruction, and this is an example of what's pissing her off. I done stayed up to 5:30 in the morning organizing this show. Then you get here and now spring on me that another one of your daughters flew in at the last minute and now she's going to be in the show. I get it, but that just exacerbates the damn issues. And the daughters wasn't even good, and we're going to talk about that as we get down to it. Paris and Nikki Hilton show. Let me tell y'all something. What is Paris Hilton doing these days? One thing I like about Paris Hilton, she went through her young girl phase where she was all over the news and hanging out and doing her young thing. We all go through it. It's called college for most of us in our early 20s. She went through her thing, and then now she's just falling back. She grown and she doing whatever it is she was doing. Nikki kind of lived in Paris' shadow. She never got as much shine. Nikki was less of a party girl. But babe, when I saw that last name, Nikki Hilton Rothschild, yes, God, bitch, mama married right. Kathy married into the Hilton and Nikki married into the Rothschild. Y'all better keep that motherfucking money circulating, rich white fish. Yes, God, honey. Nikki said, bitch, I don't got to be all over the social media because I carry the last name Rothschild. I know that's right, baby. And y'all don't know Rothschild. Y'all got to look up the Rothschild family, Rockefeller, all them folks. Just Google Rothschild for those of y'all that went to the inner city school like me that just had Spanish in night school. Nevertheless, and then come back and holler at me and you'll realize what kind of money mama dealing with. So the fashion show starts. First of all, Kyle, and I hate to talk about anybody's children, and I know you wanted your children to be a part. Maybe you need to print them in a print campaign. Alexia's walk was fucking horrible. The shit, it was, as a child, so I'm gonna leave it alone. It was horrible. And the other daughter that had on the mustard colored dress, she looked bored as hell. Erika had a real nice walk, but she was dressed wrong. Now, believe it or not, when Kyle was at Shahida's place pulling those things off the rack, I thought them clothes was ugly as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought that shit was ugly. However, I must say, I really did enjoy what came down the runway. Erika, because she's got a nice shape, I would have liked to have seen her in something more shapely. However, I will say what Erika had on was nice leisure wear, like, you know, like if you're an older sophisticated woman, you going to Jamaica, you know, Stella got her groove back. It was real airy and flowy. I loved everything about it. Teddi walked like a goddamn bull dagger. That was goddamn Teddi Mellencamp or Viola Davis and How to Get Away with Murder when she be walking with them damn pumps on. Teddi's walk was absolutely atrocious. And Lisa Rinna and them lips, I don't know if those lips gave her balance or they gave her extra swagger, but Lisa Rinna killed it. She killed it, honey. Then we go to commercial and come back and we find out Denise Richards don't quit the damn thing. Now, I couldn't wait to talk about this part. So y'all know, I don't be all in this rich white lady shit. I didn't know what all the hell was going on. But baby, they said Denise Richards had done quit the thing because it had done hit the fan that she had a damn a love affair while married with Brandy Glanville, okay? And so Brandy, since the shit has, I did a little bit of research, since the shit hit the fan, Brandy was sending, neither one of the women have confirmed the validity of the affair. However, Brandy has sent out some cryptic tweets, and one of which, I'm paraphrasing, said something to the effect of, yeah, you're happily married, but you're just allowed to eat pussy occasionally. Bitch, I fucking holler, and Brandy is a mess. But I'm gonna tell you something, Denise. Denise, oh, all the pussy in Beverly Hills you could have ate, You ate Brandy. Brandy, old, passed around, has been used back to back multiple times. Puss. Baby, you would have been better off eating Lisa Vanderpump geriatric puss. And if any puss on that I was going to eat, it would have been Erika James or maybe even Kyle's. But you going to eat Brandy puss? Girl, you just tongue kissed every man from Alabama to California fucking around with Brandy puss. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Listen, and if a couple months Denise Richards' lips be the size of damn Lisa Rinna, we know why. Because she had done 8 Brandy Glanville puss. Let me tell you something. Brandy Glanville looked like she grew up like Roseanne. It ain't nothing. Let me stop while I'm ahead. It just ain't nothing about Brandy Glanville or her puss that'll make me want to eat it. Brandy is so vulgar, so I know her puss is vulgar. And you know what, Denise, I'm with you, bitch. I ain't confirming this shit either, and I don't want to talk about it either, because I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed all up and through this damn thing if it got out that I cheated on my husband with Brandy Glanville. And if I was your husband, I would whoop your ass, okay? If all the women in Beverly Hills you could cheat on me with, you cheat with the messy drunk bitch? The sloppy passed around bitch? No. And I believe every single word, Denise, because you get too upset. You get too upset about it. Just say you did it. If you did it, say you did it. And I'm with Lisa Rinna them. They say, baby, you signed up to tell your life and you got secrets. But the gag is, and I'm going to need those of y'all that follow this, how did it get out? How did it get out? Because I've been sleeping with people's husbands for years. I don't do it no more, and don't judge me from my past because I don't live there. And it never got out. How did the affair or alleged affair, fuck that alleged, it happened, did. How did it get out? Drop it to the comments and let me know. But welcome, Garcelle Beauvais, and for all of you guys who are new to my channel because you follow the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, welcome to the Funky Bunch. Be sure to leave a comment, engage with us, and like and subscribe, and hit that little comment, that little bell button so you get a notification every time I call you about these rich bitches, okay? Demi Moore, Jaja Gabor, Prince Diana, and all them rich bitches. That's the Lil' Kim, no time. At any rate, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. And don't be going around eating no puss like Brandy Glanville. You better eat expensive puss, caviar puss.